Paul Craig is looking for his home here at middleweight, right? So you got the fight against Andre Muniz, and you get a win. That's impressive. But then you fight Brendan Allen, and Brendan Allen's all in. And you didn't, listen, it looked rough. You got submitted by Brendan Allen. You're the submission artist. That's really your bread and butter. Well, now you fight a guy in Caio Borralho who, one, is 15-1, right, on a major winning streak. Lots of decisions, lots of lay and pray type stuff, but this is a Brazilian who's saying, I'm going to knock this dude out. I'm going to knock his head off of his shoulders. I'm going to get him on the ground, and I'm going to smash him. Now, given that Paul Craig has been as one-dimensional as he has, and that he's going to be fighting a guy who is very skill for skill on his level from a grappling department, like, what is the path to victory for Paul Craig?
Man, if you're Paul Craig, I think you just try and be better at what you're best at than Caio Borralho. Control him. Let that arrogance that we've seen Caio Borralho present at the beginning of the fights, kind of let that flounder a little bit, right? Get on top of him, control him, dominate him, or even if you're underneath. It's a hard fight for Paul Craig because I feel like Borralho does do a lot of the same things well and has more tools in the tool belt. I just don't see Paul Craig in a striking match ever again. Once we saw him throwing those weird punches, I believe it was Jamal Hill or whatever the fight was. Where was it? I'm forget the name. Regardless, I don't see Paul Craig in that kind of style of fight. So he has to take this to the ground. However, that can happen.
Yeah, but can he pull guard against Caio Borralho?
That's why I said, however, that he can happen, because I don't think that's a smart move. I mean, we've seen that be one of his only moves. I don't think we're going to see any more takedown attempts out of Paul Craig right here. I'd love to see it, but until that happens, until we do, it's just not in the forethought.
Okay, so very clearly, if you're Paul Craig, get the fight to the ground. Preferably, don't pull guard. He's not, he doesn't wrestle, so I don't know how the fight's going to, maybe you get dropped, and then you can, I don't know. Listen. Here's the question that we have here. Caio Borralho, again, this is another stay away, folks. I'm sorry. Caio Borralho went from a -185 favorite at open, +155 comeback for the Bear Jew Paul Craig. He is now currently sitting at -650, +425 comeback for Paul Craig. Do you like the TKO prop? Because I do. I really like the TKO prop here, right? +210 TKO, Caio Borralho. It's just a touch over his decision. So you're either going one of two ways here. You're going decision or you're going TKO. I don't really think he's going to submit Paul Craig. But then again, Brendan Allen submitted him. So, whatever that means. Do you like the TKO?
I do. Absolutely, Derek. Absolutely. If you're Caio Borralho, you want this fight standing, and anytime you get to the ground, you want to stand back up instantly. Not saying he needs to shy away or he's not good on the ground, but man, you could whoop some ass on the feet right here.
That's funny you say that, because that is not what I was thinking at all. My route to TKO is Paul Craig goes for some leg lock attempt or something like that, and Borralho smashes him, and you know what I mean, just like that. Or vice versa. What if Caio Borralho gets in a bottom position and Paul Craig says, enough of the submission stuff, I'm smashing you, I'm going to throw some elbows at you, whatever the case may be. Either way, I think this is going to be a mix-em up. I don't think this is going to be the most exciting fight given the two styles of each respective fighter. But I think Caio Borralho is very clearly the play right here. I think the only guy that's going to be able to stop him is a guy that could use his Chuck Liddell style. Use your wrestling to keep the fight standing. And that's not particularly what Paul Craig does well. So either Caio Borralho gets submitted or this is a smash spot. We roll with the free spirit himself, Caio Borralho. And stay away from me completely, but I do like the +210 TKO victory right there.